Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Patek Philippe 5320R World Timer. You can see and you can purchase this rose gold world time complication on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoyed this video, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this rose gold world time complication. Now you can see on my wrist 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference. The 2016 Basel World Novelty sits a bit more compact than its reference 5130 predecessor. The 5230 is 1 millimeter smaller in total across the case, 38.5 millimeters compared to its predecessor, but it appears tidier and more compact because it also dispenses with the crown guard flare of its 5130 predecessor. In terms of actual thickness on the wrist, it is a little bit thicker than the watch that preceded it, 10.5 millimeters thick, but compact from lug to lug at 46.9 millimeters across the wrist. The watch has a satisfying heft by virtue of the rose gold case and the full matching rose gold deployant buckle, capped with a filigree style Patek Philippe Calatrava cross. The strap is a gloss light brown alligator leather, monotone stitch with folded edges. It features Patek's now signature pull tab spring bars that you can use to rapidly remove the strap for deeper cleaning of the case or to simply swap the shoes. Now the watch also features a more nuanced case design featuring slightly stepped lugs that hark back to the reference 2523 world timer of the 1950s. It also features a harder edged, more angular look. You can see the bezel conical with a strong horizontal character line compared to the dome of the 5130, and while I could talk all day about the differences between them, it's easier to simply show you. I'll bring on, my friend, the 5130R to compare it to the current model 5230R. You can see from the composition of the hands to the shape of the bezel, the shape of the lugs, the absence of a crown guard on the successor model, as well as the different profile of the bezels, domed to conical. The 5230 represents a fairly robust aesthetic break with what came before, while at the same time still tying itself to Patek Philippe's design heritage in the world time complication realm. Now, I should also mention that the watch is quite easy to use. A lot of times, world timers can be difficult to set and difficult to read. Patek Philippe makes it quite easy. You set your reference time at 12 o'clock. Now, there is a 24-hour counterclockwise rotating world time chapter ring. You can see it distinguishes between day and night in as much as one side is beautifully light and silver and the other is a beautiful dark blue. I'm in New York. I set my reference city at 12 o'clock. If I want to change the time on the dial, I use the crown. If I want to change my reference city, you can see in New York, it's almost 3:45. But let's say I want to jump to Paris time, go to Geneva and visit my friend Terry Stern. I simply advance by using the pusher, and it corrects the time at center, the reference ring, as well as my reference city. And now I'm in Paris, and I've just done all of the travel time math without doing the math. That's the brilliance of Patek Philippe's mechanism, which traces its origins to Louis Cotier's original world time innovations of the 1930s. This specific mechanism, patented with additional research by Cotier and Patek Philippe in the late 1950s. Providing motive power is Patek Philippe's caliber 240 HU, or Universel. You can see, as ever, a micro-rotor automatic with 38 to 48 hours of power reserve. It features Patek Philippe's signature free-sprung Gyromax style balance that takes and holds a more precise regulation than a mobile stud index. It also features a silicone hairspring, Patek Philippe's modern Spiromax, which is completely amagnetic. Now, the benefit of a micro-rotor and the basic 240 caliber is 40 years old this year, so happy birthday. It's that you see the entirety of the movement. It's not obscured under a central rotor, and because the rotor and the winding system is in the same plane as the other bridges, you get an exceptionally tidy and thin case profile. Now, although you can't see it, the rotor bearings are ceramic for minimal maintenance and high efficiency, and across the bridges you can see a beautifully textured Côte de Genève. The same treatment can be seen applied to the 22 karat gold winding mass. Now the watch operates at 21,600 vibrations per hour, and flanking that balance, beating away at 6 beats per second or 3 hertz, you can see a tight and even perlage across the base plate. There's also a beautiful mirror finish to the edge of every bridges, as well as the screw sinks and the jewel sinks, this being the mirrored anglage laid down and rounded by hand, not mechanically, never mechanically, in the sake of Patek Philippe. Now you can see the watch features a robust guilloche center dial and gorgeous treatment of the movement bridges and plates on the back. The watch is a medley of colors and textures and planes of focus. It's as romantic as it is practical. You can see this 2016 Basel World novelty, the latest in Patek Philippe's long line of world time complications, and purchase it on our website.